Minaret of Jam. The dry, arid sandscapes of planet Earth can preserve structures and artifacts far more effectively than humid environments. The Minaret of Jam exemplifies this. Rooted in Arabic tradition, the term minaret describes a tower designed to beckon the faithful to prayer. Standing defiant against the elements, the Minaret of Jam pierces the skyline, rising 214 feet above the Shahrak District in the rugged and hard-to-reach province of Ghor, Afghanistan, where the Jam and Hari rivers meet. Built out of baked bricks and clad in glazed tiles, the Minaret of Jam features some of the most intricate and impressive engravings of its time. An octagonal platform forms the base, supporting the round tower that rises above. The minaret also boasts 2 wooden balconies and once held a lantern at its peak. Amongst the many carvings on its surface are passages from the Quran, as well as other forms of ancient Arabic and Islamic calligraphy. Historians believe that Sultan Ghiyas-ud-Din of the Ghurid dynasty, a group of Persianates who governed much of present-day Afghanistan between the 8th and 13th centuries, commissioned the construction of the minaret around the year 1190. The surrounding area, now a canvas of crumbling ruins, once housed an illustrious city known as the Lost City of Turquoise Mountain, one of the greatest of its era. The remnants of a monastery or palace, a Jewish graveyard, and a pottery kiln that likely baked the bricks for the Minaret of Jam hint at the city's past glory. Under Ghurid rule, Jews, Christians, and Muslims coexisted peacefully until the Mongols usurped power. Following the onset of Mongol rule, historical references to the Minaret of Jam dwindled. It likely became overlooked and forgotten due to its remote location. In 2002, UNESCO deemed the minaret a protected site. Before this, the tower was at the mercy of time and the elements, suffering centuries of erosion. Visitors are welcome at the tower, and it is still open for them to climb, provided they're willing to risk the journey to reach it through a region fraught with conflict, theft, and murder. However, the future of the Minaret of Jam, the sole surviving Ghurid dynasty monument, is uncertain. A 2014 BBC report warned that the precarious structure was at immediate risk of collapse. HEGRA. People worldwide have heard of the ancient city of Petra, Jordan, but relatively few know about its sibling city. In the rusty red Saudi Arabian desert is a series of vast boulders and rock faces that have been carved into a city with great care and ritual. Despite the desert's extreme dryness, the rains that have occasionally touched HEGRA over the millennia have eroded many of its surfaces, creating a pocked and scarred appearance. HEGRA, once an international trade hub, housed entrepreneurs of all creeds. The monolithic city bustled and expanded until, as ancient Islamic texts suggest, its people offended God with idol worship. This transgression led to punishing earthquakes and lightning. Subsequently, HEGRA developed a reputation for being cursed, leading to its abandonment. Determining the precise timeline of events at HEGRA is challenging due to the non-chronological nature of the Quran, but archaeologists have uncovered signs of Roman occupation after the original Nabatean inhabitants left it to the mercy of the desert. HEGRA is home to 109 highly decorative tombs built by its original inhabitants, garnering the attention of archaeologists and historians worldwide. The remarkable preservation of the tombs is partly due to the Nabateans' innovations in architecture and hydrology. Each droplet of rain cascading from the rugged surrounding mountains was collected in ground-level cisterns, a precious resource preserved for future use. Natural water pipes shielded the tomb's ornate facades from the erosive forces of the elements, diverting the downpour and protecting the city's architectural treasures. Carvings on the tombs feature religious scriptures, legal ownership deeds, and descriptions of the entombed. Moreover, some tombs bear written curses against anyone audacious enough to desecrate the grave. The formidable tomb of Lian, son of Kuza, stands among these eternal resting places, also known as Qasr al-Farid, or the Lonely Castle. Towering at an impressive 72 feet, this monolith claims the title of HEGRA's largest tomb. Its solitary placement lends it an air of grandeur and isolation that starkly contrasts with the nearby cluster of tombs. Traces of rough, unpolished chisel strokes mar its lower third, evidence of an abruptly terminated construction process. Several other tombs scattered around the ancient necropolis also bear evidence of being deserted midway through their construction. The motivations behind these abrupt abandonments remain a mystery, adding a layer of intrigue to the already fascinating nature of HEGRA's tombs. In recent years, the Saudi government has sought to dispel the cursed reputation of HEGRA. It has opened its gates to the public, hoping to attract tourists eager to witness the ancient splendor of HEGRA. KHOTO. The ancient city of KHOTO, a name translating to Black Water City, unsurprisingly holds an ominous reputation. Built near the Jian Lake Basin in the Mongolian Gobi Desert in 1032 AD, KHOTO rose to become a wealthy and prosperous city, protected by great walls and a battalion of fierce warriors. Its strategic location along crucial trade routes amplified its affluence and importance. Its walls, 30 feet high and 12 feet thick, stretch on for almost a mile, making it a near-impenetrable fortress. However, in 1226, it was attacked by the ferocious Genghis Khan and was seized by the Mongols. It continued to flourish and expanded to 3 times its original size under Mongol rule. However, in 1372, historians recount that the Ming dynasty's armies besieged KHOTO. They isolated the city, cutting off its vital water supply. As the city's gardens withered and wells ran dry, desperation grew among the inhabitants. The Mongol general, cornered and driven to insanity by the grim circumstances, ended his own life, along with his family's. Thirst and hunger took the lives of countless citizens. Yet, the general's soldiers stood defiantly against the encroaching Ming forces, preferring to perish in battle rather than surrender their honor. Legend, however, tells a different tale. Some claim the general slipped through a breach in the mighty walls just large enough for one man and fled, leaving behind an opening that remains visible among the city's ruins. Historians maintain that the city likely took its name, Black Water City, either from these tales or from a genuine drought that caused the city to be abandoned altogether. Regardless of its reasons for being abandoned, the ghost city remained well preserved. Its extreme remoteness made it inaccessible to looters and tourists, and it was not until 1908 that the city was rediscovered by the Russian explorer Pyotr Kuzmich Kozlov. He recovered many ancient treasures and trinkets, as well as loan contracts and market records. Further archaeological excavations have recovered books, paintings, Buddhist artwork, silks, and engravings, all of which allude to what was once a rich and vibrant city. Naya ruins. Despite their hostile climates, many ancient cities in the world's deserts managed to thrive, primarily due to their proximity to crucial trade routes, notably the infamous Silk Road. In the area now known as Xinjiang, China, are the ruins of an ancient city known as Naya, which would be easy to overlook, and about which relatively little is known. The Naya site has, however, yielded significant archaeological finds, including many ancient and valuable artifacts. Built on an oasis in the Taklamakan Desert, Naya was a trading hub frequented by weary travelers and their camel caravans on their way from China to Central Asia and sometimes beyond. The Book of Han, an ancient text written in 111 AD, mentions a location called Jingzhui, which modern scholars believe is Naya. The translated text states, quote, "There were 480 households, 3,350 individuals with 500 persons able to bear arms." However, despite its prosperity, Naya was ultimately abandoned. Neither historians nor archaeologists can pinpoint the exact reason for Naya's desertion. Yet, the consensus leans towards a hasty and abrupt abandonment. Evidence suggests that residents left so quickly that their dogs remained tied up in their gardens. Excavations have yielded 100 wooden tablets, coins from various origins, private letters, pottery, rugs, and even a mousetrap. Still, none of these discoveries have clarified the reason behind the sudden desertion of this once wealthy and economically fruitful oasis. KSAR. The desert tends to reclaim structures that are left alone for extended periods, but this was not the case for KSAR, an ancient monument in the Algerian desert. Unlike some monuments designed and constructed for strictly sentimental or ritual purposes, KSAR appears to have been built with a more practical use in mind. Encased in robust double walls and punctuated by a lone northerly entrance, KSAR emerges from the desert sands as a formidable fortress. Historians and archaeologists alike have inferred that the monument's defensive fortifications were purposefully designed to regulate trade caravans, ensuring they couldn't avoid their tax obligations by crossing boundaries unchecked. As well as serving a strategic function, KSAR is thought to have provided respite for weary travelers. Traders could retreat within its thick walls to eat, rest, and exchange tales of their journeys. The discovery of multi-story rooms and a courtyard hidden beneath the desert floor adds weight to this hypothesis. Intriguingly, no traces of stairs have been discovered within KSAR. It's believed that the absence of permanent stairs was another layer of defense, with removable ladders used to navigate the structure, which could be hastily withdrawn should the town come under attack. Despite its impressive fortifications and enduring presence, mysteries still surround KSAR. The identity of its architects, the exact era of its construction, and its initial purpose remain shrouded in the sands of time. Some conjecture it served as a granary, while others argue it may have been a prison or even a castle. One thing is universally agreed upon: the ancient builders of KSAR were masterful engineers. The longevity and resilience of the walls are evidence of the expertise of those who sought to protect its inhabitants, skillfully erecting this fortified town monument that withstands the test of time. Visitors eager to unravel the mystery of KSAR today must prepare for a challenging journey. Navigating the treacherous sand dunes and scorching desert plains necessitates the assistance of specialist local guides, ensuring a safe passage to this enduring monument of desert resilience. Are you ready to unlock the secrets of the past? Subscribe now to Dark 5's brand new Ancient Mysteries channel and embark on a journey to uncover the most enigmatic and awe-inspiring mysteries of ancient times. Leave a comment if there are any ancient mysteries you want us to explore in upcoming videos.